All right guys, it's that time for the 6-month review on this 2025 Cforce 800 by CF Moto. This is the touring model, which means it's the 2-up version. But guys, if you haven't already checked out all my videos that we've posted on this quad for all the initial impressions and just different ride-alongs that we've done, then definitely go check out those in the playlist above. But guys, today we're doing the 6-month review video. We're gonna do a ride-along and talk about some of the things I really like about this quad and some of the things I don't. There's really not a lot that I don't like about this quad. Overall, it's been super dependable, reliable, and this thing is quick. So guys, without further ado, let's dive into this, talking about it, and let's hit the road. So first and foremost, just to talk about this quad a little bit, overall, no issues whatsoever. I haven't had to take this back to the dealership or anything. We're about to do the first oil change on this. I'm just waiting on the oil and everything else to show up to my local dealer up here in Alaska. So it takes a little bit for all those parts to come in up here. But overall, we've been putting this thing to good use, a lot of trails. We rode this thing all winter long in, negative 40, negative 30 degree weather. No issues there. It ran super good. Tires did great in the snow. And, for the most part, no issues with the tires at all. They've held up really well. The sidewalls are good, just good traction all the way around. The 2-up has been great for our kids. They kind of just swap off and on. Our 12-year-old and our 6-year-old, they just kind of swap off and on between the wife's quad and my quad. But it holds up really well, guys. Very similar to that comes on the Can-Am. I have a Can-Am Outlander as well, so it's pretty much the same thing, same seat configuration, everything. Pretty robust for the most part. No issues at all with that. So if you're looking for a good quad that is going to be suited for, carrying a passenger rather than having to go buy a side-by-side. So this makes a great quad if you're trying to not get a side-by-side and you're just looking for a good ATV. Because up here in Alaska, a lot of the trails for Bureau of Land Management, different national forest trails, they're limited to ATVs only. Side-by-sides do not meet the width requirement and the weight requirement to hit some of the trails. So this right here is a good option if you're looking to get into something that can hit all the trails. So the winch, we've used the winch a little bit to pull me out of some snow way back in the winter time. Winch has held up good. The synthetic lines been great. Now we have ran into some damage up here. That's a story for another day, but we've repaired most of it. I've had to kind of take Gorilla Glue and kind of just button this up a little bit. Overall, no complaints out of anything. I really like the hand guards. Yeah, I'd say the only downfall with this, and it's going to be the same for just about any entry-level quad where you're not putting a lot of money into it, is going to be the shocks. Shocks are really stiff. I do need to mess with it a little bit. They're on one of the highest adjustments. Oh, not really. I guess they're on one of the lowest adjustments. But we might be able to make this thing a little bit softer. But it does ride a little stiff. But overall, guys, this thing has a lot of power. I mean, we're going to do not a 0 to 60, but we'll do a top speed run here in a minute and show you what this thing can reach. It hits about 70 miles an hour, but we'll show you guys on camera. All right, guys, that's enough talking. Let's hit the trail. The display's been holding up really good. I don't know if you can see it because of the sun, but the display's really nice. I mean, especially if you want something with some tech, this has pretty good tech on it. Now we just leave this in sport mode. I would say the sport mode on this quad is comparable to the normal mode on my XTP Outlander. I mean, it's got plenty of get up. And in my previous videos, you know that I talk about how this thing sounds like it has a turbo. And when I hit it here in a second, we're gonna show you, it sounds like it does have a turbo. It's like it spools up. bad. The suspension isn't all that bad, but compared to my XTP with those Fox shocks, no comparison. But for an entry-level quad, this isn't half bad. Catching some air right there. All right, we're gonna hit a trail that I just recently found. I tried this out on the dirt bike yesterday. It's definitely challenging. Not right here, but on up, it's like nothing but tree roots all the way through. Just super rutted. I mean, it was a task taking that thing through there. You talk about arm pump afterwards. Yeah, my wife, so this is my wife's quad, this isn't mine. I ride the Can-Am, but she loves this thing. I mean, she honestly loves this ATV because it's been so good for us. I mean, just super predictable power. It's nothing crazy. I mean, it's the first ATV she's ever owned. But I mean, it's just been awesome as far as power delivery. Oh, I'm starting to hit all these tree roots. But yeah, super manageable. So if you're looking to get your wife a quad, or I guess just for anybody looking to get a quad, this thing is going to be awesome. It's really quiet if you're looking for one that you're going to use for hunting. The steering's very nimble. You can see it's pretty tight and technical right here. A lot of roots. Just made easy work of that. That was not easy on a dirt bike yesterday. Yeah, it handles this stuff really nicely. And if we needed to, we got four-wheel drive that works just as good as anything else does. I mean, we've got through a lot of different things with the four-wheel drive. I mean, we leave this thing in four-wheel drive pretty much all winter long and just hammering it across the snow. So this thing has took pretty good abuse over the last 6 months or so. Let's see if we can get into any mud down here. Not much. I guess it's somebody's trap line trail. I just recently discovered this thing. So fuel economy on this has been excellent. I didn't think so back in the wintertime just because we were running such high RPMs and in four-wheel drive going through all that snow. But man, this thing gets, you know, I would say a third better than the Can-Am overall with fuel economy. And the Can-Am's an 850, this is 800, but you know, a pretty drastic difference in fuel economy, I would say. But yeah, it's been awesome with that. I don't have to fuel up this thing near as much. Hope we don't run into any baby moose. One almost ran out in front of me yesterday on the dirt bike, and I was just wondering where the mama's at, and I finally seen her. And she wasn't charging at me, thank God. You know, I revved up the engine a little bit to get her to run away, but who knows what we're gonna run into. Hopefully just some good trail. We might have a little bit of water up here. It did rain this morning, so maybe it gave us a little bit of water. Getting a little narrow. I mean, this thing has seen its fair share of branches and limbs and getting scratched. I mean, this is just a tool of the trade. You know, if you're gonna go out riding, it's bound to happen. You're gonna get this thing scratched, even though my wife didn't want to get it scratched. It's getting scratched. There's a Mrs. Moose and the baby. That thing is very new. Little bitty baby. Gotta watch out for old Miss Moose and baby Moose. Not want to go mud bogging, so we're going to stay away from that one. It's pretty technical through here. It's literally like this guy just started making his own little ruts through here. I mean, that was steep. Trying not to get the camera wet with all them tree branches. Yeah, this is where the baby moose about ran out in front of me yesterday. Man, this thing is just excellent for just putting along and going fast. We'll show you how fast this thing can go, because it can really get up and do it. Yeah, this thing is just way better for this kind of stuff than a side-by-side. You wouldn't even be able to bring a side-by-side on this trail. It's just too narrow. Well, seen the moose running. That's one reason I'm not bolting through here. I don't want that baby and its mom to get split up, but I don't think they will. But they usually take the path of least resistance, so they just go down these trails same way we are. There's a lot of overgrown bushes through here. Just kind of covering the trail. I don't even think it is a trail. It's just some dudes came through here on a four-wheeler and just kind of carved it out a little bit. We're going to open this thing up here in a second, and we'll show you what kind of speed this thing's capable of. This thing does have work mode, where if you're going to be pulling stuff around the farm. Oh, I forgot about this being here. Let's see if this thing brakes. Nope. We're just gonna kind of hit it. Well, we got over it. That almost ended very bad though. And it kicked the whole back end out, almost smacked the tree in the back, then almost hit the tree in the front. Wife would have been pissed if I'd have freaking hit the tree with her four-wheeler. It's a pretty good little trail though. I like this right here. A little bit of technical stuff. You know, it keeps things interesting. It's not just constantly boring. I can't stand riding roads. That's like the worst. Just gets so boring. It's just nothing but the same stuff. Definitely has some pep to it. So if you're used to like something like a Honda Rancher or something like that from Honda, where it's not like super punchy, this isn't like that. This is very peppy. Now Kawasaki Brute Force or something like that, that's got some power. Some of the Sportsmans, things like that do, but this is definitely not something like a Honda. And I'm not knocking Honda, but their speed and stuff just isn't there. I mean, dependability wise, man, a Honda, that's what you want on a farm. That's a perfect farm ATV. This right here just, whew, has some get up. Sand dunes out here. That's just kind of like the little area that I like to come out and play in. It's just fun. I hope the front end like dug in on that one. Good God. Craziness. See if we can do some donuts. Go find another trail. has got it. And for around 10 grand, I mean, damn. How can you not like this thing? Up here, but 62 right there, we didn't have it wound out yet. Right after breakup season, this used to be just a straight mud hole right here. As you can see, it's kind of dried up now. Super happy with the 2025 model. Now I know there wasn't like a lot of extreme changes between the 24 model and this one, but I mean this one's been excellent. I've never rode a 24, but this right here, you know, does great. I haven't had any issues so far, guys. So only time will tell how this thing holds up, but I'm staying pretty optimistic that this thing's going to be pretty good for the long haul. Alright, somebody posted in the last video that he didn't want it to end before we did a top speed run, and so you're getting your request right here, guys. As soon as we get to the end of this little road. Bunch of ducks playing out there. For some police. All right, we're looking for a 70 miles an hour. There's 60. Stock configuration. We haven't done anything to this. All right, guys, so we're gonna wind the video down. So if you like this kind of stuff, please stick around for future videos. We're gonna be doing more on this, and I know it's not just back to back to back. I have a lot of different machines and stuff, and I'm just out and about doing different things, but definitely stick around, hit that notification bell to get more on this quad, and check out the playlist of all the other videos we've done on this one. And if you're looking for one of these, strongly encourage it. I mean, it's been a great quad, no complaints whatsoever. I know the CF Moto name is recently new to the States, and people are just kind of questioning them right now since they are a Chinese brand, but you know, I've had no issues, guys. So, you know, take it from me and my ownership over the last 6 months, I think it's been pretty daggone good. So strongly recommend. All right, guys, we'll catch you in future videos.